Donald Trump is in full panic mode. His administration is really drowning in Epstein related backlash, even with some of his own base turning on him. A new threat has emerged, and this one could actually be quite dangerous, which is that Ghislaine Maxwell might talk. Calls are growing louder for Maxwell, who's currently serving a sentence in prison for helping Jeffrey Epstein to traffic underage girls. Calls are growing for Ghislaine Maxwell to testify before Congress. This would not be behind closed doors. The idea is this would be, of course, under oath. It would be live on the record. Attorney Alan Dershowitz, who has represented both Epstein and Trump, is pushing for her to be released and to give her immunity, saying she knows everything. And that's interesting because Dershowitz was at one point sort of wrapped up in the Epstein stuff. And he was very clear. He said, I have done absolutely nothing. And Dershowitz at least seems to want everything to come out, suggesting he's confident he really has nothing to do with it. This is what has Donald Trump absolutely terrified. Maxwell is not a side player in this thing. She was the logistical brain, the sort of chief operating officer of Jeffrey Epstein's operation. She arranged travel. She booked meetings. She managed the homes. She knows who was there. She knows when. And if that includes Trump, she knows about it. Photos, flight logs, quotes, videos. You can't erase the past. And no matter how many times Trump screams it that it's a witch hunt, he can't stop people who were there from remembering the truth. Trump and Epstein weren't strangers. They were close enough to host each other. They were close enough for Mar-a-Lago, close enough that Trump once joked that Epstein likes them young. And it's possible that Ghislaine Maxwell is going to start talking. Now, a bunch of different sources are indicating that Trump's panic is because he's backed into a corner. No one's buying it. If Trump takes this head on, like suing the Wall Street Journal over their report about Trump's Christmas card to Jeffrey Epstein, Trump risks getting deposed. And of course, it might be true. And if it's true, the lawsuit's not going to help. If Trump tries to run away from it, well, we saw what happened with that a couple of weeks ago. And even MAGA influencers like Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Tim Pool, and others go, wait a second. He thinks we're just going to forget about it. And there are even Republicans saying this is not partisan. If we really do care about child sex trafficking, we need all the documents, no matter what the collateral damage is. So the timing is terrible. The Ghislaine Maxwell pressure is coming at the same time that there is pressure to unseal the documents. Trump's response was, well, I'm ordering Pam Bondi to release pertinent grand jury testimony, but that means stuff nobody thinks will hurt him. And even that's looking like a stall tactic. Or as I said earlier, it's potentially looking like a plan to say, I ordered it. The DOJ is not doing it. The FBI is not doing it. And we have real problems here. Trump's lashing out. He's melting down in interviews. He's slipping on in live formats. He is now dealing with Ghislaine Maxwell being back in the headlines. And it does seem as though he's losing control of the story. When we really get down to what matters most here, if the highest value is protecting victims, by the way, many of which are well into adulthood at this point in time, why wouldn't you want to hear from the woman who knows who visited, who flew, which route, who made the call, who was I working with? If Ghislaine Maxwell is granted immunity, there would be nothing stopping her from laying it all out for the world to hear, except if she believes that immunity legally won't keep her alive. If Ghislaine Maxwell comes to believe they might try to kill me to silence me. I'm not suggesting that that is what would happen. I'm saying if she's granted immunity, we might say, well, there's no reason now to stay quiet. The one reason would be if she thought her life or health were at risk. So I would expect, going back to the Hillary Clinton emails, which Donald Trump did, and we'll talk about that in a moment, more Obama conspiracies. That sort of thing is what I would expect. But the panic is setting in. The old playbook of Trump isn't working. And even historian Heather Cox Richardson in our conversation last week said, She is following the Epstein story because of how this is starting to affect Donald Trump and the administration. Another way it's starting to affect him is called Hillary's emails. You've got to hear this. Are you feeling stuck in your job? Many people are. And true career growth does require some strategic thinking. And that's where strawberry.me comes in. Our sponsor, strawberry.me, is a platform that will connect you with certified personal coaches specializing in career growth. If you're planning your next move, transitioning fields, if you want to lead more effectively, they can help. This is not therapy. This is not bogus generic advice. These are certified trained professionals who work with you to create a personalized plan that aligns with your goals and your values. You can clarify your challenges, build a strategy, and maybe most importantly, they'll hold you accountable every step of the way. So if you're ready for the next step, visit strawberry.me/Pacman. There's a short quiz. It'll match you with the right coach. Sessions are virtual, flexible, and also designed to work with your schedule. So stop guessing and start growing. Go to strawberry.me/Pacman to get started. And the link is in the description.